देखिए, हाइड्रोजन आयन डिफिशियंसी या इंडेक्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन डिफिशियंसी या डिग्री ऑफ अनसैचुरेशन या डबल बॉन्ड और रिंग इक्विवेलेंट्स पर जीपैट एग्जामिनेशन में क्वेश्चन आता है नो। ये क्या है, इसके क्या डिटेल्स हैं, इसका क्या एप्लीकेशन है, पूरा डिटेल में पढ़ते हैं इसको आज इस क्लास में। नो, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इट्स वन एंड द सेम थिंग। चाहे किसी भी नाम से क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए, इट इज अबाउट वन एंड द सेम थिंग। इट इज हाइड्रोजन आयन डेफिशिएंसी। अगर बोलो मतलब देखो, समझने वाली बात है कि ये अगर मीथेन है नो, it requires, for example, so not I should not say methane but I should say ethane है for example, right? अगर supposedly ethane है तो it's this requires say the amount of hydrogen is 1 2 3 4 5 6 CnH2n plus 2. लेकिन for example if the hydrogens are deficient, yes, तो I have a double bond, so I am going to find out the extent or the degree of unsaturation. एक तरीके से बोलो तो, दूसरे तरीके से बोलो तो I am going to find out the deficiency of hydrogen in a compound. This is one type of deficiency that we see. Another type of deficiency can be, suppose a compound is hexane, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 CH3 CH2 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 CH3. For example, when I make it a cyclohexane, there is again deficiency of 2 hydrogens, right? मतलब formations of rings or say formations of, when I say formation of rings or formations of double and triple bond is nothing but unsaturation or double bonds or ring equivalents or index of hydrogen deficiency. They can ask you question on DBE बताओ, या बोलेंगे डिग्री ऑफ अनसैचुरेशन DU बताओ, DU बताओ या IHD बताओ। आंसर सबका सेम ही है, that you have to find out the deficiency of hydrogens. ठीक है? Now before I tell you how to find it out, what is the use of finding it out? ठीक है? What is the use of finding out the deficiency of hydrogen? जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी हमने देखा तो मैंने क्या किया, तुम्हारे सामने स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला डिसाइड दे दिया। अरे भाई, just looking at the structural formula, for example any structural formula here in front of you, you can directly tell me what is the deficiency of hydrogen ions here. How many double bonds do you see? 3, right? And how many rings do you see? You see 1. So the extent of unsaturation is 3 plus 1, that is 4. You will count every double bond as 1. You will count ring as 1, correct? And whenever you see a triple bond, you count it as 2, double extent of, because when I am forming a triple bond, see, there is loss of hydrogen twice, right? So this is how I calculate the extent of unsaturation. This is when somebody is giving me the structure, but they are not giving you the structure. When do you use it and how do you use it? This is how you predict it. ठीक है? अभी समझते हैं कि कैसा ये एक्सटेंट ऑफ अनसैचुरेशन निकाला जाता। देखिए देखिए, इधर इधर ध्यान दीजिए। या पहले मैं बताऊं कि इसका यूज क्या है। ये यूज है कि अगर किसी ने आपको मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला दे दिया, सिर्फ मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला, राइट? एंड क्वेश्चन इसी तरीके से बनता, दे विल गिव यू अ मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला एंड दे विल आस्क कि इसका एक्सटेंट ऑफ अनसैचुरेशन बताओ। अगर तुमने इसका HID या IHD जो भी बोलो, डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आयंस या डिग्री ऑफ अनसैचुरेशन या डबल बॉन्ड इक्विवेलेंट्स या रिंग इक्विवेलेंट्स निकाल लिए, तो तुम आराम से मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला से स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते by knowing how many double bonds, how many rings, how many triple bonds are present. You can predict. I'm not saying you can conclude. You can predict. It is of help when you are doing structural elucidation. जब तुम स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी से स्ट्रक्चरल elucidation करते, जैसे कि UV, IR, mass, NMR, HID is an added information which tells you that how many double bonds or how many ring equivalents are present, ठीक है, ये हुआ एप्लीकेशन. एप्लीकेशन पर एक बार फिर से आएंगे आफ्टर सीइंग द फॉर्मूलाज फॉर HID. ठीक है, लेट अस टॉक अबाउट द फॉर्मूलाज फॉर HID. Now there are different types of formulas depending on the different types of molecular formulas. See, we all know organic compounds are nothing but carbons and hydrogens, right? Molecular formulas have nothing but some number of carbons or some number of hydrogens. It can be X, Y, any. It can be C3, H9, any number of carbons and any number of hydrogens. A molecular formula can contain. There can be different types of molecular formulas. Understand? With respect to organic compounds, we know that they are a mix of hydrogen. They are called as hydrocarbons. One, right? They can be CX and HY, for example. Yes, this can be one type, any, right? The second option can be, it can be a hydrocarbon containing oxygen, or it can contain sulfur or any divalent ion. Suppose that is Z, for example. This can be a hydrocarbon, and a hydrocarbon which is an aldehyde, which can be a ketone, which can be an alcohol, anything like which contains an oxygen, right? Any divalent ion. The third hydrocarbon can be something which is containing a monovalent ion. You all know monovalent ion is X. Like chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, anything like this can be the third category, which contains any monovalent ion. Any monovalent it can be. And the last and the third category, which is mostly seen, is what is nitrogen. CX, HY, and nitrogen, which is trivalent. Nitrogen bolo, phosphorus bolo, these are trivalent. Right? Most of the organic compounds, they will contain carbon, hydrogen, and one of these heteroatoms. It can be nitrogen trivalent. It can be halogen, which is monovalent. It can be oxygen, which is divalent. Now, how to find out the, say, the double bond equivalents, Rig equivalents, just looking at the molecular formula. Just looking at the molecular formula. How can we find it out? How can we find it out? Very easy and very simple. See, if I am having a structural formula, I can directly give it to you. जैसे एग्जाम्पल में दिखाया मैंने, एक बेंजीन बनाया तो वी नो हाउ मेनी डबल बॉन्ड्स 3 + 1 खत्म. But they will not. This is a way by which I predict the structural formula. I predict, right? Suppose that they are giving me a molecular formula of some compound, and then how do I find out? Let me give you the formulas first. Easy and simple. Okay? Easy and simple. See, instead of X and Y, see, X is number of carbons, Y is number of hydrogens. वो कंफ्यूज होता हमको बाद में कि X कौन था, Y कौन था. तो आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग द फॉर्मूला फॉर कन्वीनियंस. लाइक से डबल बॉन्ड इक्विवेलेंट्स are nothing but C plus 1. C मतलब number of carbons plus 1. ठीक है, it is number of carbons plus 1. Okay, minus subtraction Y, whatever Y, sorry, not Y I should write, I will write H, number of hydrogens, upon 2. Simple formula. What is the formula? What am I saying? It is number of carbons plus 1, right? Minus number of hydrogens upon 2. Okay? I'll just write the formulas and then I'll take examples of each one of them so that it becomes easier for us to understand. Suppose it is, see, I could have very easily written monovalent, divalent, and trivalent. But I have not written it like this. I have written divalent first because the formula for oxygen is the same. When I'm talking about double bond equivalents, it is carbon plus 1 minus hydrogen upon 2. It is ignored. Oxygen, sulfur, and any divalent compounds, if present, they have to be ignored. Ignored completely. You don't count them at all. Clear? This is a rule which you have to remember. Supposedly, I talk about halogen, then the formula goes as the form C plus 1 minus, of course, H plus X. I'm talking about what? Halogen upon 2. Yes, there is an addition when number of halogen is added. This is important that we realize. And when I'm talking about the trivalent ions, I have to subtract dBe is equals to C plus 1 minus H minus N upon 2. When I'm talking about nitrogen, it is subtraction. When I'm talking about nitrogen, it is subtraction N minus H minus N. मतलब number of hydrogens minus number of nitrogens. Number of hydrogens minus number of nitrogen. Now let me take an example with all of you so that we realize the importance of this. Supposedly, they give you a structural formula as C6H6. So we know it is coming in this hydrocarbon category. It neither contains an oxygen, nor a nitrogen, nor a halogen. So the formula will be this. Correct? Now, if I put it in this formula, then the answer will be 6 plus 1 minus 6 by 2. See, 6 plus 1 is 7 minus 6 by 2 is 3. So the right answer is 4. Correct? The right answer is 4. Now, how can I predict? It's about prediction. This is giving me a molecular formula. From the molecular formula, I have predicted that it can contain 4 double bond equivalents or ring residues. Rings. It can be anything. Now 4 कैसे गिनूंगी मैं? देखो अभी क्या क्या मेरे predictions हो सकते हैं ये समझने की कोशिश करो. What can be my predictions? I'll just erase this part and write examples or my predictions here. See, understand. See, for example, suppose I can think of, जैसे for example अगर मेरे को बोला कि भैया ये लो 6C6H6 और बनाओ, whatever you can draw, तो वो बनाने के लिए now I have a hint. It can contain a combination of 4 double bond equivalents or 4 ring residues, right? See, understand. It can be like this: C6H6. मतलब 3 double bonds and 1 ring. Can you see this? That makes it 4. And it is C6H6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H6, C6H6. This can be 1. Correct? Right? It can be another option like, see this, have a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can have a triple bond. Matlab 2, 1 and 1. How many total? 4. See, triple bond is counted as 2, 1 and 1. 4 together. Double bonds are, now see, if I fulfill the valencies, then it is CH2, CH2. Correct? Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. 1, see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we understand? Otherwise, we would have predicted it in random ways. Now we know it can just contain either 3 double bonds, 1 ring, or 1 triple bond, 2 double bonds. ऐसा कोई combination. It can be 1 triple bond, 1 double bond and 1 ring. 1 triple bond is 2 plus 1. ऐसे कोई भी combinations we can. This is a prediction of the structural formula that we do with using HID. The formula goes as C plus 1 minus H by 2. Okay? If it is oxygen, for example, if a compound is containing oxygen, say I say that there is a compound which contains, I will just take an example of C3H8, say C3, the formula of, I've just given you this C3H8 and O3, C3H8 and O3, for example. Now how do I calculate? I will calculate as C is 3 plus 1 minus 8 by 2. Correct? 3 plus 1 is 4 minus 8 by 2 is 4, which is equals to 0. Matlab there are no double bonds, there is no triple bond, there is no ring equivalent. That's a proof. Now what can be the structure? Just guess. Let us guess what can be the structure. C3, 1, 2, 3. Right? C3. O कितना बोला उसने? O3. See, OH, OH, OH and H8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can come to the perfect structure by utilizing this, because once you know there are no double bonds, right? There are oxygen containing compound without double bond. मतलब aldehyde नहीं है, ketone नहीं है. Yes, it cannot be a carboxylic acid. It cannot be an alkene. It cannot be an alkyne. It cannot be a benzene. It cannot be any ring structure. तो बचा कौन? Alcohol. This is giving you an idea. It's giving you a perfect prediction of. It's giving you a perfect prediction of a compound which contains oxygen. Chalo, now you predict. Suppose I give you a formula as C6H6O2. I give you a formula as C6H6O2. It is nothing but 6 plus 1 minus 6 by 2. 6 plus 1 is 7 minus 6 by 2 is 3. The answer is 4. Now 4. Okay, so what? Now suppose the compound like this and the ring residues are 4. 4. 4. So what can we predict? See, C6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. O2. Double bond O, double bond O. Correct? Yes, C6O2. O2. Right? And say for example H and H. बचा क्या? CH2, CH2. कितने रिंग इक्विवेलेंट्स बोले हमने? 4. 4 बोले ना? It can be one triple bond बीच में हो सकता, एक ट्रिपल बॉन्ड, दो डबल बॉन्ड, हो गया 4. करेक्ट? यस. तो आई कैन हैव सी सपोजिटली 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Perfect. और I can have a structure like this. C double bond O, 1, 2, 3, 4, double bond O, H, H. I can have a double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ring residues या double bond equivalents. देखो बचा क्या? 1. यहाँ पर 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 और 6. Perfect. Do we understand? Either one triple bond or two double bonds will give me the best type of structure. Prediction है, prediction. It is a prediction, not a fact, not a final statement. One of the following can be the final conclusion we'll do by using a spectroscopic analysis. Supposedly I talk about a compound which contains halogen. Suppose I have a formula as C10, you will make the structure. C10, H7 and Br, H7 and Br. Then what do I make? How do I decide? C10, H7 and Br. C10, H7 and Br. What? How do I predict? It is 10 plus 1 minus hydrogen is 7 plus 1 upon 2. Br is 1. 10 plus 1 is 11 minus 8 by 2. 11 minus 4 is 6, 5, 7. Barabar? This compound will have it can be 7 double bonds or 7 double bond equivalents, ring residues, anything like that. And then we can do multiple predictions. The answer of HID is 7. If a compound is containing nitrogen, I will be doing what? I will be doing subtraction H minus N. I will be doing subtraction H minus N. Say for example, take an example as C12, H12, C12, H12 and N2. C12, H12 and N2. What will be the answer? What will be the HID? It will be 12 plus 1 minus 12 minus 2 upon 2. 12 plus 1 is 13 minus 12 minus 2 is 10 by 2. 13 minus 5 is 6, 7, 8. Correct, everybody? Yes. So this is how I decide. Now see, what is HID or degree of unsaturation doing to me? It is giving from a particular molecular formula, I can predict the number of double bonds, I can predict the number of triple bonds, I can predict the rings. And by means of this, I can predict the structural formula. This is the utilization of HID.